Yo, homies, is that my briefcase? Welcome back to another episode of Love, Death, and Movies podcast, internet's number one film review and breakdown show, the show that crushes watch lists week after week. Every month is a different genre, every week is a different film in that genre. So follow us and everything. Join us on the ride, let's watch the movies. I can't see shit. With me each and every week is Ash vs. Movies. Ash, how are you?
I'm wonderful, homie.
Fantastic. I got to take these off. These are prop glasses, and you can't see a computer screen with them. And welcome back to one of the most requested guests to have back on the show, the man with the most aura, the back-to-back champion of the Best Transformers Fan Championship, and an all-around fan of Enola Holmes, Alex Coleman. Alex, good to have you.
Oh, no way you brought up Enola Holmes in
always.
2025.
Always.
He's nice research. I'm feeling great. We didn't have the proper shades, so we were using Kylo Ren 3D glasses from 2015. But as Vincent would say, you gotta adapt. Darwin, Ichi, just gotta do stuff, man. Gotta keep it going.
Absolutely. Well, we are starting up a new month, and this is a month that I tell you what, Alex. There's been a couple months where I've had to fucking barrack for this. I had to push for these months. We did Nicolas Cage months, best month of my life. We did what was the last? We did M Night month, second best month of my life. But I'm ready for this month to reclaim it because we're doing Tom Cruise month. What are we calling it?
My god! Can I
month.
come back? Oh my gosh, can I come back? I have.
You're not the only person to ask that.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely. We've got two free. We've got two spare ones if you'd like. We're doing this week. We're doing Collateral, which is one of my all-time favorite Tom Cruise films. We've got guests coming on for Minority Report and A Few Good Men, but we have free if you'd like to come back for Rain Man and Jerry Maguire. So you let us know, and you can all, of course, come back. But this is the Cruise Control month. We're going through Tom Cruise movies, and I feel like this is going to become a couple of months, not like straight. We'll do this throughout probably this year. I'm doing this live so that Ash can't say no. Because he's got so many movies, Ash. All these movies you haven't seen. This is your first watches of all of them.
Except Minority Report, and it's been a long time. But five Tom Cruise movies in 1 month, that's a lot for me.
Not enough. That's not even enough Mission Impossible movies. Yes.
Have any of you seen Legend?
Yeah, loved it. I watched in the movie theater like 2 weeks ago. It was a retro screening.
That's like a masterpiece, low key. Ridley Scott, underrated. I feel like you should talk about that in the pod. That's one that's like
Putting
no one
it on.
talks.
Let's do a Ridley Scott month, Ash.
I'd just like to point out that I have selected no months in the almost year we've been doing this.
That is unacceptable. Now
you did coming of age.
Everybody loves coming of age movies.
That's true. Well, we got next month is Ash's dominated month.
It's my time to shine,
which I'm very keen for. Which we'll tell you at the end of this month what it is. We'll tell you off air, Alex. I'll tell you what it is. It's fun. But we are talking about Collateral today, which will be sweet. I can't fucking wait for this. It's the first time that Ash has watched it, so I'm kind of keen to hear her thoughts. But before we get into that, Ash, how's your week?
Honestly, kind of shit, but I'm off for the next week, so I'm very happy now.
Oh, we love that.
From now until the end of April 6th, I'm free from work and all responsibilities, so I'm happy.
Good. Did you get to see any movies this week?
No, I think I watched some stuff at home. Obviously, last week finished up the Severance finale. Loved it.
I need to get back to that. Don't I?
Yeah, you need to finish it. It's real good. What else I've been watching? I've been watching like a little bit of shit and a little bit of like good stuff. Like I watched Resident Evil.
Ooh,
Haven't seen that in forever. It's bad, but it was fun.
It's a fun movie, yeah.
Yeah, I watched Silence of the Lambs. Got my Criterion, so rewatched that masterpiece. Watched Collateral, and last night I watched Holland, that new Nicole Kidman movie.
Oh, nice.
Kind of meh.
Fair.
Nah.
Alex, how are you? How's your week? What'd you watch?
My week, my mundane, boring, straight out of college week. Let's see. I haven't been watching many movies recently. I feel like I've kind of been burnt out. Like I swear I watched like 33 movies in January, and then since then I've like watched like 25 or 20. I'm washed completely. The downfall has been happening, but the past couple of days, rewatched Rush Hour.
Oh yeah,
That-
great
Nice.
trilogy.
I mean, racism is a superpower in that film. That is hilarious. That film's one of the goats, one of the goat buddy coms. Then last night I watched the two TASM films with the boys. So that was a fun experience. Rewatching Absolute Peak.
Yeah, they're great movies.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I had a good week. Work's been insane last month, but it's good fun. Swan's got. I'm an AFL guy, Alex. I'm not sure if you know AFL. It's like the biggest
You
sport in
are?
Australia. Is
Really?
Aussie rules.
I don't think you mentioned it before.
Oh, yeah.
I think-
Season started like 2 weeks ago. Swans got we just lost the first 2 games, so we really wanted to win. We went over the other side of the country versus their team, and just in front of their fans, or all booing our fans, just fucked them up the last 2 minutes. I fucking loved it. Won by less than a goal. It was sick. My pub was just going off. I was the one screaming. I was on a table giving them fucking, I was giving them Frank the Tank out of Old School, doing one of these, which was good fun. So that was good. So it perked me up, which really good. Got to see 3 movies this week. Collateral, of course. We'll talk about it. I loved it. Spoilers. Working Man, didn't love it. I love Jason Statham, but this movie ain't it. It's just way too long and shit. I got to see Alex Garland's Warfare, which was really cool. I really fucking liked it. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, this shouldn't be a movie, because I'm like, I get that, whatever. Movie for movie's sake, I thought it was really good. Really, really good. I gave 4 stars. Really intense, stressful. It's very much like Uncut Gems, intense stress. How I kind of felt. It's great. I loved it.
The IMAX screen that I had in New York, that thing was the opening 15, 20 where it's just silence. It's
there's no score. It's so good.
The sound design in that movie is really,
it's the best
it'll
part.
make you feel very uneasy. You don't feel a moment to breathe.
And Cosmo Jarvis, is it Jarvis? The guy that's from Shogun.
Yeah.
He's so sick as an actor. I love him. He's great.
All the cast were I'd see Will Poulter, then there'd be a Joseph Quinn, then there'd be a Gandolfini's son.
Charles Melton comes out of nowhere. And
Charles Melton should have, one of our best supporting actors from a year ago. And I was like, damn, this cast is stacked.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. I'd like to hear what you think, Ash, when you get to see it. But today we're talking about Collateral, which was released in 2004, directed by Michael Mann, one of the goats of filmmaking. He does it again. This movie has so much sauce. Budget of 65 mil, box office of 220 mil. Quick synopsis is, it started like any other night. Cab driver Max picks up a man who offers him $600 to drive him around. But the promise of easy money sours when Max realizes his fare is an assassin. Alex, what did you think of Collateral? What's your history with Collateral?
Watched it because a friend recommended it on a summer vacation in, I think, North Carolina. It was one of his favorites, and since then, one of the most important films I've ever seen in my life. I genuinely think this is a flawless film. It's my favorite Michael Mann, and that's no slouch because there's a lot of bangers. And Tom Cruise, my goat. I think this is his best performance for me.
Love that.
Wish he took more villainous roles. But yeah, it's one of the most interesting character studies. One of the most beautifully shot films in LA. Literally, just I can't praise this film enough. I mean, Jamie Foxx is also great too. There's just so much to love about it. We'll get into it, but yeah, love this film to bits. I've seen it probably 4 times now, and it never not amazes me. The dialogue specifically, every conversation. It's a thinker's movie. You're just gonna keep on constantly thinking because it foreshadows a lot. It's just a lot of great stuff.
Hell yeah, Ash.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun watching this movie. The word that came to mind the most for me was vibes. I feel like I really enjoyed the vibe, and I liked the way it was shot, the way it looked. I liked most of the score, minus a few needle drops that I will never forgive him for, that I do not think
You talking
work
about
in
the
this
club
movie.
scene?
No, I
good.
could do without the Soundgarden needle drop in this movie. I don't think that Chris Cornell and Collateral go together, but that's just my personal
What
opinion.
a line.
Yeah, clip that. No, I liked Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise and Jada Pinkett Smith a lot. I just don't think action movies are my personal favorite thing, because there's just so much logic that goes out the window, which I struggle with. But I had fun with it. I would definitely watch it again. I think it's a good movie. I just didn't love it. And I think it was hyped up so much for me that I was expecting to love it. And that's happened to me before with other movies that have been, talked about a lot online. I think if I had watched it 10 years ago, before I'd seen a lot of things I've seen now, maybe I'd like it more, but it just didn't quite do what I was wanting it to do. But I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it's my favorite, Tom Cruise from what I've seen, but I think he's great. I did not feel like I was watching just Tom Cruise be himself, which I was watching it with Adam, my husband, and he was like, I just feel like Tom Cruise is just being Tom Cruise. I don't personally feel that way here. I think he's definitely doing good things with this character. And I did like his full circle moments, but yeah, just something was missing for me. I don't know what it was. But I'm hoping on rewatch maybe I'll like it more. I would definitely rewatch it again.
Nice, yeah. I'm way more on Alex's side. I think this is one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies of all time. I do think this benefits a lot on rewatch, Ash, for sure. I like it, just like now that you know what you're going into as well and what to expect. I think that this has like one of the best color gradings in like recent memory of watching movies. I think like just the way that this movie looks and how it's shot in this cab, I think is like really great. And just the whole, I was talking to a friend about it, and I was like, why do you like Collateral? And he's just like, because it's all about a man that's good that gets the devil into his backseat. And I was like, that's fucking ice cold. Well, are you okay? But like that whole idea of like this man's entire being of like wanting to become better in himself and like make a name for himself and create a future for himself and become better than what he is all gone because he took a fare. And I think that's so interesting. I think Tom Cruise is like incredible in this film. He's so unnerving, and like at the same time, like it's just business to him, which is even more unnerving. Like he doesn't want to hurt Max at all, and he actually really respects Max towards the end of it. Like when he's like he helps Max like stand up to his boss and stuff like that. I love those moments because you're like, is he trying to like show him affection? Because you know at the end of the night, like he has to kill Max. Like if this night was to go according to Vincent's plan, he'd have to kill Max. But you know, Max is the fucking got that fucking dog in him, so that doesn't really go to plan. There's so many sick scenes. The club scene.
The club scene is so insane. On like constantly just on rewatch. Like I think Tom Cruise like breaks someone's neck. He steps on a head.
Yep.
And like it's just the most chaotic.
Yeah,
it's so great. It's so great.
It's so great.
Not to jump ahead because I know you're going to talk about the scene, but the club scene when is it the club scene where? No, I'm talking about when he goes to meet him. Is that the same part where he goes to meet?
Oh, the one where he meets
the jazz guy.
I don't want to spoil the actor, but
I think I'm thinking of a different scene. Sorry, I'll wait to bring it up until
he plays Vincent when he pretends.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about that.
I don't want. Yeah, wait.
Oh, dude, yeah, that actor. Fucking, I completely forgot he's in
this.
This
cast is
nuts.
There's a lot of just like great actors here that you're like, oh shit.
Mark
Ruffalo. Like what?
Shout out to Mark Ruffalo. I have
thoughts about Mark Ruffalo.
Shout out to Mark Ruffalo's haircut. I'm sorry, like it is spectacular in this. Like they had to use like a whole jar of grease to get that bad boy back, and he could be hit by a car, not a single strand on his head moves. I love this movie. Let's get into it. First up, guys, I've filled this fucking thing with a whole bunch of fun facts. A fun fact, one of the big reasons why Malcolm Mann chose to make Collateral was the way that Stuart Beattie's, which is the writer of the film, Stuart Beattie's script captures an entire story in a very short period of time. The whole movie is like the third act of a traditional drama, end quote. He likes how it doesn't go backwards to offer more detail into these characters' lives. Instead, we're just catching them at this moment. We never get flashbacks or anything like that. We get little elements in conversations about like Max with his mum and stuff like that, but that's it, which I fuck with as well. And Vincent is Vincent. Vincent played by the incredible Tom Cruise, who is one of my best friends. We're best friends now. It is what it is. We met once and we hugged. We had a moment. Vincent arrives in LA and is handed a package by a courier at the airport, who's played by Jason Statham, and that's his entire role in this entire film. Wild way for him.
It's a part of the Transpotting universe, or whatever they call it. I think, I don't know, who knows, but he just, anytime I see Jason Statham, it just, boy, mate, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely, so good. Okay. Jason Statham. He might be a courier, but he's also an assassin. Fun fact here, according to Michael Mann, Vincent is a man that's able to get in and get out of anywhere without anyone recognizing him or remembering him. To prepare for this film, Tom Cruise had to make FedEx deliveries in a crowded Los Angeles market without anyone recognizing him. That's pretty cool. Wouldn't be able to do that now, but that's pretty damn cool. That's pretty cool. So we start off with Max, played by Jamie Foxx. He's a Los Angeles cab driver trying to earn enough to start his own limousine business. LA has 17 million people and is the 5th largest economy in the world all by itself. Yet the city is too spread and too disconnected and nobody knows each other. That's a big point of this entire film about connection. between each other, and like even Vincent brings up the story about how a guy died on, was it a train or a bus, and no one found him for like a day or something, like, or 9 hours, which is crazy. So one night, Max drives U.S. Justice Department prosecutor Annie Farrell, played by Jada Pinkett Smith, to her office where she prepares for a drug indictment case. Annie is talking over the phone to her colleague, and Max understands that she's working on a big case and is going to work all night to prepare the paperwork to file for a court the next day. Annie wanted Max to take a specific route, but Max suggests a different one, suggesting it would be faster. They make a bet, and turns out Max is right, because Max got that fucking dog in him. Annie takes a liking to Max, leaving him her business card, which is hilarious when she's like, "Oh,
he got the number." Yeah.
He's just fucking secured it. But he's just like, she's like, if you want to argue cab routes or something,
be a prosecutor,
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, it's so good.
Awesome moment.
Vincent enters the cab next, giving Max $600 for chauffeuring him around to 5 appointments throughout the night and then going back to LAX. Vincent tells Max that he's in Los Angeles for one night to complete a real estate deal and has a 6 a.m. flight at LAX, and Max agrees. Max talks to him about how he hates LA. Max talks to how he hates LA, and that one time a dead man's corpse rode the subway for 6 hours before anyone noticed. As Max waits at the first stop, Vincent enters the apartment complex, shoots a drug dealer named Ramon. Ramon Ayla? I was calling him Ramon. And Ramon unexpectedly falls out of the window directly onto the cab, forcing Vincent to reveal himself as a hitman. He coerces Max to hide the body in his trunk and cleans up the car and continues with their arrangement. LAPD Detective Ray Fanning, I believe that is... Mark Ruffalo. I didn't include that in my notes. My bad. Ray Fanning arrives where Vincent made the kill and reveals that the victim was a police informant. So I'll stop there. Anything kind of add here on the start of it? I love the like little initial conversations with Vincent and Max, where Vincent, you could tell, is already really disconnected with, like, not to sound pretentious, but like with society, where he's just like, I hate this city. Everyone's just like not connecting, everything like that. He's like, no one gives a fuck about anyone else. And like, I really like that from his character. I know it kind of makes him believable why he's in this line of work.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, he believes we're all significantly insignificant. Like, we're just a speck on this planet. And it goes perfectly with his line of work. And as we go on to this film, we'll like realize that he kind of, there's a specific scene that I will get to, but like he kind of slightly like yearns for that connection, but like he can't, it's like he struggles to like agree with it, and like he doesn't want it to happen. But there are scenes in this film where you're like, oh, like he maybe like feels like heartbroken that he can't have this connection. And I love just how every line of dialogue in this just feels so real. Like the taxi cab conversation between Annie and Max and Vincent are just so great. And the way this film like is shot, it reminded me a lot of like Possession.
Yes.
Where like everything feels so empty. So like obviously like they wanted to make the emphasis that LA feels so distant and cold and everything, but like there's not a lot of people on the streets. And it definitely adds to that, you know, what Vincent is saying, and it definitely makes for this certain vibe that you catch. And especially when later in the line things happen in the car. Well, you know, it's just, yeah, we'll get into it later, but yeah, it's a great vibe that this film creates.
Yeah, I love the way that that like the actual camera shoots Max and Vincent, just like the way that Vincent's like, whenever he's kind of threatening to Max, he's always sitting behind him, so it's kind of like that he can't see Vincent in his peripherals. You kind of notice that, and then every time he's like trying to connect with Max, he's like sitting like to the side where Max could see him if he like turns his head a little bit. There's like little things like that Michael Mann did on purpose, that like to kind of make
so many little things that if you notice Vincent's character throughout this entire film, it very much feels like I'm not just watching a movie scene. I'm watching like a full-on, like, this is a hitman on the job. Little things that you notice he's doing for the job. It's great. It's
just business. Ash?
Yeah, so this is where I feel like maybe on more watches, I don't know, I feel like I didn't maybe connect to the dialogue quite as much as you guys did. I still enjoyed it. I have this pet peeve with movies that want to have a lot of music, and I do feel like this one, there was a lot of times where I turned my volume up super loud, and I still couldn't hear some of the things they were saying,
really?
like as far as making out every word. So I don't know. I have a pretty good soundbar in TVs. I don't think it was that, but that was kind of bothering me. I was feeling like I was taking me in and out of it. So I think I need to watch it again to catch more of the of those like good dialogue moments because I still enjoyed him. I really enjoyed the scene with him and Annie. I thought that whole banter, that whole scene was like perfect from start to finish. I think Jamie Foxx, he's playing a character that's really subtle. It doesn't feel like that removed from just Jamie Foxx as a person, but I think that it works here. Like until he switches gears and gets a bit more, brings out the dog, as you've been saying, Harry.
Bring the dog
later, I think that he's doing a really good job just playing like a very normal guy. He feels very real, very relatable. His story about like, what he wants to do and his passion. And even throughout the movie, like kind of Vincent telling him like, well, you haven't done it yet, so you're not going to do it. Like, just kind of that like mindset of, oh, it's been 10 years. You haven't done it. So what are you waiting for? I think that's super relatable. I think we all have goals and dreams and things we want to accomplish, and it doesn't always you can't just snap your finger and it happens. So I do like that aspect of his character.
It's very scary, like sometimes taking that leap. And I've honestly, after watching TASM 2, this felt like this is so crazy, this is such brain rot, but like low-key, they're both named Max, but tell me that the TASM 2 Jamie Foxx isn't just like an offspring version of this. Like, I don't know why. I was like, they have like the same, I don't know, dorky vibe. One's a taxi
I swear,
driver.
Was it you that somebody put in their Letterboxd review that they're pretty sure Jamie Foxx moved to New York after this, or Max moved to New York after this and became his character? And I swear to God, I read that.
Really?
Review. Was that
See,
was
like,
that you,
we're on the same wavelength. I watched that and I was like, oh, so that's where he got it from. But like, that's definitely more amped up and campy versus
That's
this.
funny.
He feels like a normal taxi driver. I mean, like, not like, there's other ways to play taxi. Well, there probably is, but you know what I mean. He just feels like an average guy.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So this movie's in the same universe in Transporter and TASM.
Let's start that.
It's just funny that you brought that up because I straight up read a review like that and it made me laugh a lot. But yeah, anyways, I definitely look forward to rewatching it to maybe the dialogue will hit me a little bit more because I do like the poetic nature of a lot of things that happen with Vincent by the end, but I just don't think I hooked onto it quite as much towards this part of the film. And I'm sorry, I love Mark Ruffalo. I am a Mark Ruffalo defender.
Yeah, it's hard to defend me.
I am, but this role, it's not it. It's just not it for me.
He's fine. He's not in enough for like where it bugs me, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
when
be
he
like,
is there, it bugs me.
I'm not gonna be like this is his top 5 performances like at all. Yeah, for sure.
It just doesn't work. It just there's so many other actors I could think of that might have fit like the look and the role of that type of cop better, and I don't think it was him.
You didn't like the Ruffalo goatee?
No.
Oh, the Ruffalo goatee. The rough tea. But let's continue. So, however, Max is pulled over by the police due to the damage from the body falling onto the cab. But just before the officers can investigate, they are summoned by a higher priority call. I love that moment where Vincent's like, if they check the trunk, they go in it. So many ice cold lines from Vincent in this fucking movie.
He pulls out his gun as he's like, you see him like slowly reach forward, and like they're like, oh yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, where like when he's talking about later on, he's like, you should call the girl. He's like, I don't have time. He goes, you might not soon, but you will now. And it's like little like lines like that. You're like, oh dude, stop telling a man that you're about to fucking kill him. Like, just relax.
Yeah, and then did we go over? Was it the scene before where he's like, after the body falls down, I think. And Jamie's like, oh, no, you can just take the cab. And he's like, you promise you won't tell anyone? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, no. And he's like, get the fuck in the car. Get the fuck in the cab.
I think he's really going to just fall for that.
Like, obviously, and it's foreshadowing, like, obviously, by the end of this, he would have offed it. But.
Yeah, for sure. That's I love but like, when he comes down and sees the body in the car, he's just like, fuck. Because, like, I'm like, you could tell he's just like, my night's shit now. Like,
this is the worst possible night.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent then leaves Max tied to the steering wheel in an alley as he murders an attorney, Sylvester Clark. Max calls for help from a group passing by who proceed to rob him and Vincent's briefcase, but Vincent returns and kills them. I love that moment. Yo, homie, is that my briefcase? Fanning arrives at the hospital morgue to see the bodies of criminal lawyer Sylvester Clark, Vincent's second target, and 2 dead robbers, and realize they were all the work of a hitman by the way that they're shot, 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. And Vincent then brings Max to a jazz club to drink with the club owner, Daniel Baker, played by Barry Henley, I believe is his name, after it closes. So Daniel is set to testify against Vincent's client. Max pleads with Vincent to let Daniel go, and Vincent bets that Daniel cannot answer a question about Miles Davis. And if he answers it correctly, he lets him live. Daniel seemingly gives the correct answer, but Vincent unexpectedly shoots Daniel in the head. Dissatisfied with his answer, Max has a panic attack and runs outside. Learning of Max's nightly visits to the hospital to see his mother, Vincent insists that Max visits his mother, Ida, in the hospital to avoid breaking routine and making it seem that anything is suspicious. He pretends to be Max's colleague and develops a rapport with Ida. At the hospital, Ida proudly tells Vincent that Max has his own limousine company, revealing that Max has been lying to her for her own approval. This upsets Max, who then runs out with the briefcase and tosses it over the bridge onto the freeway. With his target list now destroyed, Vincent forces Max to meet with drug lord Felix Reyes Torres, who came out of fucking nowhere as Javier Bardem. I had to literally double check my letterbox. It's like, wait, that's shaved head. Is that Javier? We're threatening to murder Max's mother otherwise. So fun fact here, Javier Bardem only spent 2 days filming this scene. However, he spent several months learning to speak English with a Mexican inflection for the role. So, man, fucking...
Great. Flawless English.
He's unreal.
Wow.
He's so cool. I love that scene, though. That scene's so sick. So I, stopped there to chat about that scene. That whole moment of, he's just like, no, I'm not going in there because I can't show my face. Makes sense. You're a fucking hitman. But then sending Max in, and Max at the door being like, I'm Vincent. That's me. And he's really scared. And then there's the moment where he clicked, and he's just kind of in his mind, he's like, fuck it. What have I got to lose?
You better tell your man to put his gun away before I beat his ass with it. And he's like, oh shoot. And he takes off his glasses, and then he says the Darwin line to Javier Bardem's character. It was a great moment.
And he's just
what I was getting.
Oh no, you go.
No, go ahead.
I love it. He answers him back when he's just he's like, can you promise that you can deliver? And he goes, can you promise me? Can you tell me a time that I haven't? And he's just little ice cold lines. You're like, dude, you're fucking. He's got the dog in him. I told you.
No stuttering, by the way, which I would have definitely done. I would have folded. I would have been shit.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, stuff like that.
When have I ever not failed?
I fucking love Jamie Foxx, man. Ash.
Yeah, no, that was the thing I was talking about earlier, what I was going to say about that scene. I promise, I'm not trying to shit on the movie Hitman, but that scene is what I feel like I would have wanted out of something like Hitman. When he switches from being Max to trying to be like Vincent, it was so flawless and so believable. That scene right there is almost exactly what I would have wanted out of the whole Glenn Powell becoming a different person. I just feel like this movie did that type of transition for someone so flawlessly and effortlessly. So that came to my mind as we were talking about Hitman not that long ago. But
okay. Wow, that's a great comparison.
That's what I thought of immediately.
It's hilarious. I completely forgot that movie came out. So when you said that's what I wanted out of the movie Hitman, I thought you meant the video game adaptation film Hitman.
Oh my god, no. We were also just talking about that.
And I was like, well, why are we talking? I was like,
there's a movie of that, right?
There's 2. They're both awful. But I was like, what a tangent from Ash.
Sorry.
That makes way more sense. No, that's me being completely forgot that movie last year came out. That's way more relevant.
No, but yeah, that scene's amazing. The one that I thought the one that I want to talk about specifically, which I think is lightning in a bottle, flawless execution. One of my favorite just pieces of conversation is the jazz club scene.
Yep.
Where literally it expands so much on Vincent's character in such a short period of time where we he's a jazz nerd.
Yeah.
And you realize, he does have certain passions. Then when he's having that conversation with the guy that he has to murder and just going back and forth, if you notice, he's constantly just surveying the area. You see it a moment right before the lady goes into the kitchen for the last person that he waits for them to leave. He pulls his gun and puts it on his lap, and you just kind of notice, and he's just listening to this conversation about Miles Davis, and they're just kind of geeking over music together. And you're like, oh wow, I'm really conflicted right now with Vincent. He just seems like a chill dude.
Yeah.
As well, but he's also a psychopath. It's crazy. And then when he tells him, he's like, oh yeah, you have to get that the question right about Miles Davis, and he realizes it clicks oh, he's here to murder me, and he gets the question right. And he acts oh, he's not going to kill him. And he's like, oh, yeah, he did. And then he shoots him to, make sure his last moments, he's not in panic or fear. He's just, he doesn't know that he's going to die because he thought, he got the question right. It's just such an interesting thing for his character. A guy that's stone cold still in, for that guy's last moments, he's like, I'm going to, calm him down and think, he's not going to die here. And then after he dies, he holds his head and he, kind of has, a breakdown moment. You can notice he's, kind of distraught after he did it because, that's, a connection he kind of formed that he had to just what's that word, cut it off immediately. It was an interesting scene for me, and just like it's one of those moments where like there's just certain like scenes in movies where it's just like just watching people operate on such a high level and it just moves you to your core. And it's not an emotional scene by any means, but my God, I was like watching that. I was like, that's movies. I might cry right now. This is so good. It's like when I watch Thief and that diner scene between James the lady. And that's a scene where I'm like, that's cinema. And this one, I was like, that right here is just flawlessly executed for expanding on Vincent's character. Just the whole story. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Michael,
No, I agree. I think
Mann.
I almost said diner scene, which is a great scene in Thief, but I think the jazz scene and then followed up by the Max having to kind of be like, those are two of my favorite scenes of the movie. Even visiting the mom, you like watch him be like both of them are almost like different versions of themselves all within like a matter of 30 minutes or less. And just seeing how like charming he is with the mom and like how like that obviously impacts Max, like his relationship with his mother. And then he's obviously high stress from what he's dealing with tonight and he's having to pretend like everything's normal. There's just so much going on in those moments. And yeah, that jazz scene though, it was I was like, I had a jump scare when he killed him because I was like, damn, I really thought like maybe, but I also didn't really catch on to fully obviously what was going on as far as all the people he was killing at that point. But makes sense that he'd have to kill him. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. He's pretty menacing in that moment
so
because
horrifying. Great
yeah,
acting.
it just feels so like he just switches. It's like, oh yeah, we're having a conversation. You think you're gonna live? Okay, nope, bye. And it's just, yeah, I guess it makes sense for a hitman. You really can't get connected to people.
It's like 5 seconds he goes, he's like, that's a great story. What a wonderful story. I gotta tell, I forget what place he says. Like, I gotta tell something about that story.
And that's the moment he switches. And then like the guy that he like needed to kill is Daniel. He like instantly, Daniel Baker. He's instantly like, you know people there? Like instantly he knows. Like he's like, I'm in trouble. Like I love that moment. That moment's so menacing.
And you said Jamie Foxx in the background, like, what the hell's going on?
Like playing Wimbledon. Yeah. It's like watching Wimbledon. Awesome. Posing as Vincent, Max meets with Felix, played by Javier Bardem, and successfully acquires a USB flash drive, listing the last 2 targets. Felix orders his men to follow Max and eliminate him should he fail. Plugging the flash drive into the cab's computer, Vincent and Max acquire the details of the next target, Korean gangster Peter Lim, who is at a nightclub. Meanwhile, LAPD Detective Ray Fanning, again is Mark Ruffalo, uncovers the connection between the 3 victims and reports his findings to FBI Special Agent Frank Pedrosa, Jesus, Americans, man, you got weird names, who identifies the targets as witnesses for the pending indictment case against Felix. Pedrosa thinks that Max is the hitman based on FBI surveillance of Max entering and leaving the bar where he got the USB flash drive and orders the FBI agents to protect Lim. Pedrosa assembles a force to secure the witness Lim and converges on the crowded nightclub simultaneously with Vincent, who is in turn by being followed by Felix's men. Vincent manages to execute all of Lim's guards, Felix's hitman and Lim himself before slipping out of the club amidst the chaos. Fanning rescues Max and smuggles him outside before being killed by Vincent, which is one of the best scenes in this entire film, just like shocks you, who beckons Max into the cab. Following their getaway, the two get into an argument over their lives in which Max openly views Vincent as a psychopath, and Vincent accuses Max of being too passive with his life. So fun fact here, Tom Cruise's tactical draw in the club is so good in this scene that it's used by experts in lessons for handgun training. Tom Cruise is so good in this movie that experts use his footage for lessons. That's nuts. This guy, he could be a hitman. We don't know. Tom Cruise could very much be a hitman.
He's the greatest of all time. I don't know why we're he's the GOAT. It's like LeBron. He's the GOAT.
Amen. LeBron. Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anything to add on the club scene, guys? I think the club scene is like one of the most aura-inducing scenes of all time.
I mean, it's just a classic staple of the action genre. You have to have one strobe light scene in the club. It's just so aggressive when Vincent like truly locks in. Like I said, puts the guy on the ground, steps on his head. He's getting into combat, shooting people left and right. He gets to the guy that he has to kill, and I think he literally not only does the 2 to the chest, one of the, I think he puts like another 2 bullets in him just to like confirm it.
Just to confirm.
And then when Mark Ruffalo gets wasted,
That was sick. That was so good.
I was like, holy shit, this just threw me for a loop. I was like, oh, he's cooked. Like, Max, it's over. It's like, we're not getting out of the situation. I'm sure Ash was like smirking that finally this terrible performance is being put to bed, put to pasture. But I was like, damn, wow. And then he gets in the car, and that conversation between Vincent and Max for me is like also up there, where he's like, he's just talking about how much he's basically a coward. He's like, you're not gonna do what you like say you're gonna do, and it's very, like you said, Ash said before, it's very relatable. Some people, it's very scary to take these leaps in life, and I love that, like, that's the push, like you said, with the devil being on his shoulder, the push to make him get out of his shell and comfort zone, which is so interesting to have that type of person be the one that pushes him to do it. Yeah.
Amen. Ash, anything to add?
Yeah, in a way, it's like there's a certain level of difference between them where I don't think that he would come out of that shell without someone like that. Like, you know what I mean? He needs somebody who's a complete opposite to him.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't think he wants to have to kill people, but if you have to survive and you have to get shit done, you're going to do what you have to do.
Do what you do, never do it for free.
No, yeah, I like the club scene. I think the club scene is,
If you're good at something, you never do it for free. Joking.
Well,
Great. Rest in peace to one of our Go Australia.
Yes.
None.
Can't believe it's been almost 20 years. That's depressing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? We should do a Heath Ledger month, Ash.
Absolutely.
I'm already right
Absolutely.
to do a Heath Ledger month, yeah.
Wow. Well, speaking of, you see it right there.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
That's a Hot Toys of that Joker.
There you go. Fuck
I don't know why I
Sorry.
don't have it out. It's like, I think it's like broken or something. It's like literally legs are snapped off.
Sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, the club scene I think is very fun, very chaotic. I think the action's really cool. I definitely did like that scene a lot. I just have the hardest time with these types of movies because in my mind, I'm just like, no way is he doing that and walking out of there, just turns around, shoots a cop, walks away, gets in a car that they know the license plate number of, and it's fine. Nobody's gonna catch him. I have the hardest time with the logic.
But Ash, it's aura. Like that's aura.
And he only has one target left. It's like
Aura.
This is why I can't do action movies. I get too.
You have to
logical with
suspend
it.
disbelief because it's really hilarious how he has the gun, right? He's the one causing the commotion in the club, and no one's looking at him. They're just running out. Like they're all disregarding the guy with the gun, firing bullets, killing people. And then that walk away, by the way, Tom Cruise has a great walk. I mean, we're just glazing at this point, but
yeah,
he runs amazing in this movie, but his walk after he shoots the people in the club and then just walks out, and then obviously he ends up killing Ray. It's like, man, why can't I be like you? I really want to be like you, Tom. It was great. And just to suspend your disbelief, shit like that is just going to happen in these types of movies because he's Tom Cruise. He's Vincent. Yeah. He can get in and get out. No one's going to notice.
Like I said, I liked all the action and all the shooting. I thought it was super cool. I don't know. I just don't think the Tom Cruise thing, it doesn't do it for me like it does. I don't know. I'm happy for you guys. I think it's cool. I think he's great.
Like
but
I'm happy for you, which means that
that's wild.
I just I'm not on the hype train yet. Maybe by the end of Cruise Control, but not right now.
Damn.
Actually, talking about one of my best friends here.
I know.
This is like, I'm not sure if you know this, Alex. Me and Tom Cruise, we go way back. We go way.
Oh, I know.
Back.
That's what you're referring to. I remember that picture.
Oh man,
I know it was so special.
It's the greatest moment of my life and probably his life as well. So
you're recreating it this year, correct?
Yeah, trying to. We'll see. If he comes out to Sydney, then yes, absolutely. Which if he comes to Australia, they go to Sydney. They don't go to anywhere else. Which is.
I'm trying to sell my soul to get that picture with Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible. However I have to get to that premiere, I will do anything. Not ever.
I will do anything.
Be careful what you say.
Within legal parameters.
Amen. Let's finish it off. Max finally snaps, speeds through the empty streets and deliberately crashes his cabs. Vincent, go fuck yourself. Vincent takes off on foot before the police arrive after the wreck and notices the corpse in the trunk, which is hilarious because then Max completely overpowers this police officer that has a gun on him. I think that's awesome. Max spots Annie's work profile on Vincent's open laptop and realizes that she is Vincent's final target. He overpowers the officer and takes Vincent's gun before running to Annie's building and her office. He tries to phone her and the signal cuts off, but he manages to get into her office and save her by shooting Vincent, allowing them to escape. Shoots him along the ear, grazes him. Great look of a villain for the final act.
So much aura, so much blood on the side of his face.
So sick.
He throws the chair into the glass and then falls over and then he's running.
So that was all like not that wasn't scripted at all. Like that was Tom Cruise, of course, doing his own stunts, and he like flipped over, he like twisted his ankle, and Michael Mann's like, he's like, Michael Mann's like, that looked great. We're keeping that in. So,
of course, it looks so real. Like that's true. Like angry, like you've like lost
like
your
desperate.
head. You have to get this guy, and his run, like we said, that run, man.
It's a perfect run. It's a perfect run. Max and Annie board a metro rail train with Vincent in pursuit. Boxed in and left with no other option, Max makes his last stand. Firing blindly as the train lights dim and flicker, Max fatally wounds Vincent in a shootout while emerging unscathed. Vincent slumps into a seat and dies as he repeats an anecdote that he heard earlier about a man who died on a train and went unnoticed for 6 hours. Max and Annie then get off the train at the next station in the dawn of a new day. So fun fact here to end it off, Australian screenwriter Stuart Beattie was only 17 when he took a cab home from the Sydney airport. It was on this ride that he had the idea of a homicidal maniac sitting in the back of a cab, with the driver nonchalantly entering into a conversation with him, trusting his passenger implicitly. Beattie drafted his idea for a 2-page treatment. Later, when he was enrolled in Oregon State University, he fleshed it out with his first screenplay, titled it The Last Domino. He put the screenplay away and taking it out occasionally to make revisions and rewrites over the next couple of years until it was finally made as Collateral. So that is Collateral. So final review and give me your scores out of 5. Ash, we'll start with you.
Start with the lowest score of the day.
I don't think it's a bad score.
I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought it was a fun movie.
I think it's definitely going up on rewatch as well. I think that's a great starting point.
Yeah, we're expecting a 4 from Ash, but like the next rewatch.
Yeah, we'll check in 6 days, Ash, if you can get that done in the next 6 days.
We'll see about that. No, I mean, I think it has the standard like things I like about a Michael Mann movie. Like I think the coloration of the film, I think the score, I think the overall like aesthetic and vibes are great. I love a good drive around movie too. Like totally love that. All the recipe was there for me to absolutely love it. I think I just got a little lost in the action and the crime story. It just didn't fully I guess give me what I was hoping for maybe. Okay. But I really enjoyed the ending. I like how poetic and how full circle for Tom Cruise's character. I think that's great. I think the scene of them trying to kind of cat and mouse with him on the bus before all of that. I think it's really good suspense that it builds up for a minute there. You're not quite sure if she's going to get out of the office. All of that I think is a great ending to the film. I really like Jada Pinkett Smith in this movie too. I think she's a great little addition. I kind of guessed that she was going to be the final person. It kind of makes sense. Of course, she's going to come back. It's not just going to be some girl he meets and that's it. So, yeah, I like the full circle moments of the movie. I think Tom Cruise is really good, and I think Jamie Foxx is really good. It didn't wow me. None of the performances wowed me, but I think they're great. And yeah, I like the movie, and it's got great vibes, and I definitely will watch it again. So that's my final thoughts.
Nice, Alex.
Yeah, the emphasis on vibes. Every time we whether it's in the final act when we're in that skyscraper and we just in the back of the windows we see all of the LA city lights. When we're driving, we see the light. It's such a vibe, Mm-hmm. When they're driving and they stop for a brief moment of peace and amongst the chaos, and we see that coyote. That's also just one of my favorite scenes in the entire film. Anything else to say? I love how he foreshadows his death. This film is very poetic in a way. And my final score, it was obvious. I've been glazing so crazy. I gave it a 5. It's been a 5 out of 5 since my first rewatch of this. I had it a 4.5. And then I was oh yeah, this is for me better than Heat as far as overtaking my favorite Michael Mann. I was yeah, this is it for me. This is my holy grail, my magnum opus, the piece de résistance. And yeah, I love it. I love it to bits.
I love it.
There's so many lines from Vincent that I fucking love. At the end where he the scene where he knows he's on this train, but he can't see Max yet, but he just knows he's on it. He's walking up, he's Max, I do this for a living.
And
so,
oh yeah.
When Max is I can't drive you around while you're killing folks. It ain't my job. Tonight it is. So many fucking lines. But my favorite line from Vincent the entire film is take comfort in knowing that you never had a choice. I fucking
That's great. Yeah,
love
that's
that line. I think this movie's spectacular. I think I give it 4.5. I just everything about this movie, I find it's just so tense and stressful, but it's just like the vibe is immaculate. I think it's so cool, and this whole it's a simple idea: a cab driver where a hitman takes the fare. I think that's so fucking cool. It's a really simple film that's just done so immaculately, and I love Tom Cruise in anything that he's in, and I think this is very much like a unique sort of role for him, because he's always like the action hero or like the drama hero, but this one it's like him taking the villain role, and he killed it.
He's so good at it. He's so good at
That's
it.
great.
I need more stuff like this and Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. Like, I just need him being a douche.
Well,
I love that character.
Yeah, well, when we interviewed him, we're like, hey, you ever thinking about doing a Les Grossman solo film? He goes, well, the script's been made. That's what he said. And like, we first asked Christian McQuarrie, because apparently he was rumored to be tied and he's just like, we can't really talk about that. And then Tom was like a couple people next, and we're like, hey, so we're talking to Chris McQuarrie about the Les Grossman solo movie. Like, where's the update for that? He goes, yeah, the script's been made. like he's about to get the shackles. That's good fun. But that is Collateral. So please, next week, please watch Minority Report, which I can't wait for.
Great film.
It's so sick. I love Spielberg, so I cannot wait to rewatch that. So we'll be releasing that next week with another guest, which will be good fun. But until then, Ash, handing it over to you for... I've got no idea what we're doing. I love this, though, because now it makes me scared. Because Ash is...
We have a game?
Ash is fierce. Ash is cutthroat and fierce.
You're building it up way too much here.
Fierce.
Well, I planned two things. We could do them both if you guys want. The first one is just guessing the top 10 highest grossing Tom Cruise movies.
Oh, yeah.
Might be easy for you guys, but I was just going to see, which of you can get the most. I'd say, like 3 strikes are out kind of thing. So
Yeah, I like that.
Are we going back and forth like...
Yeah.
Austin,
And I'll let you know what number it is, 1 through 10.
Are we a team, though? Are we like a team vibe? Like me and Harry, like, we're like brothers in this? Or like, it's like, I want you...
No, I think it's see who gets
want
the
him to
most
die.
before you're out.
Okay, I got it.
We're like brothers.
So we'll
in
start
this?
with you,
No,
Alex.
No.
I should go for like what Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's got to be it.
That is number 1.
Yeah. Can I go Top Gun Maverick? That one heaps of money. Oh, she's scrolling.
Why is that not showing on this list?
Wait,
Because I
that's
know for a
number
fact
one.
that's
Top Gun
number
Maverick
1.
is
Now that
number
you say
one.
that.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick's number
The
1.
list is compromised. The list is compromised.
Oh,
But
wait.
Fallout has to be on there, so that would be one of them for sure.
When she said that was one, I was like, wait a minute. Like, I
No,
was like,
the
yeah,
list
like,
is
process.
compromised. Let's see.
The list is compromised.
Don't mind me.
The list is compromised. What a word.
We might be
No, but you're
nixing
fine
this game.
because like the only things after Fallout, like he had American Made, which definitely didn't do it. Like so, like it would be Top Gun, and then everything else is correct. I'd imagine.
Has to be. Yeah, we're gonna just slide
So
number
just like
10
whatever
down.
number 10 is, just like it's now 11. Well, what was number 11? I'm curious. Now that
Number 10, now 11,
Yeah.
is Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Now I know what to guess. Nice.
I wouldn't have picked it, to be honest. I don't think.
Okay, so Harry, you got
I got Top Gun Maverick, but
Maverick.
Alex went first and he went with Fallout.
Yep. Okay.
I want to like avoid doing another Mission Impossible. I feel like they're like the bulk of them. But we'll go Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
That is number 4.
Damn, that's good.
Get the obvious way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other movies that aren't Mission Impossible, but I feel like that's going to be the majority of it, right?
No, I think you should go for it. I think you should go for it, man. Risk it for the biscuit.
All right. What's Ghost Recall? Is that what it is? Ghost
Protocol?
Protocol.
You're helping him.
Thank you.
Well, which one was that? Where was that?
Ghost Protocol is number 3.
Wow, that made more than Rogue Nation.
Yep. Not by much, by like $7 million.
I would like to go. What is War of the Worlds?
Oh,
Yes.
Good pick.
That is number 5.
Spielberg always makes money.
What how much money did that make?
It's actually kind of impressive because it's like a 25-year-old movie. Or not 25, it's 20 years old. It's made $592.
Jesus, what a banger of a fucking film.
Banger. Where was that actually, by the way? Where was that?
Number 5.
Okay.
Would Dead Reckoning be one of them? I feel like I'm trying to think other thing that aren't Can I go the original Top Gun? Is that edging out the top 10?
That is not in the top 10.
Damn.
So that's your first pick.
First mistake. Draw first blood. Am I allowed to look at Tom Cruise's filmography or no?
No. No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. I mean, if you're just looking at a list of movies.
Well, I guess honestly, just to like prove my ball knowledge, it's not on. It's just my fun. Let's see. Part of me wants to say something like really spice things up and go like a Rain Man, but I don't know if I feel like that. I feel like Minority Report made like 300, 400, and I know that 500 is like the 5th spot. So I'm gonna go. Actually, yeah, why not? Let's go Minority Report.
It's a good pick.
That is number 12. So
Well,
that's your
No!
first pick.
Yeah, I would have picked that, to be honest. That was on my list in my head to pick. Could I please go The Last Samurai?
The Last Samurai is number 8. 457 million.
Watched that recently. Really
Frank the
good film.
Tank.
Actually, I'm lying to you guys. I'm going into the Letterboxd. I need to look at his filmography because
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like popular movies that aren't Mission Impossible.
Oh shoot. Can I go? If I get cooked from this, can I go Jerry Maguire?
Jerry Maguire is number 17.
I'm gonna cry. I'm down
Second
to 2.
X.
I'm gonna cry.
I feel like just all of them are gonna be Mission Impossibles now. Can I go-
Don't be a coward and guess a Mission Impossible.
Okay,
Guess another
all
one.
right.
Make it interesting. So
All
we
right,
don't get
all
too
right.
straight.
All right, no, that's fair. That's fair. Can I go The Mummy? Did that make money? It was terrible, but did that make money?
The Mummy is number 9. That's crazy.
No
That's
way
wild.
that movie made that much money. Now I'm cooked.
That's wild.
That's unreal.
409 million.
I guess
It's
now
the
we
Tom
have-
Cruise effect.
Way too much money. The movie's
For real?
that movie's terrible. I love Tom Cruise. He's no Brendan Fraser.
I think there's 3 left.
that
there's
aren't
3 left.
But are they? I guess
Can I go Mission Impossible? Did you already say Dead Reckoning?
I haven't said Dead Reckoning now. That would have been my
Okay.
next one.
Can I say
It's
Dead
not on this list, but I'm actually going to look it up because I'm worried
It made
about...
like 400 something million, so I don't know where that ranks upon.
Yeah, I'm worried that this list is...
I'm playing it
is
safe.
old.
I had to do the safe MIDI pull up at the free throw line, free bucket.
Oh man.
Yeah, see, this should actually be number... Wait, let's
Was
see.
the list actually compromised entirely?
I
What?
think so, because this one, the amount it's showing should be number 5 or 6.
So that bumps
would
out
actually...
his Mummy pick.
Damn
It's
it!
now-
So that's a strike.
No.
Okay, fine.
That's 2 strikes.
Oh wait, no, I was on 9.
No, Mummy was originally number 8, so it actually was 9, and now it'd be 10. So the Mummy, you guys actually are good. You have not gotten points for anything that got booted, so you
Okay.
are good still, Alex, with Dead Reckoning. I
No,
apologize. The list was compromised.
no, it's your fault.
No, it's like we couldn't have prepared for that.
Mission Impossible 2. Sequels always
Yeah.
get heaps.
546. Actually, that made just under Dead Reckoning.
Wow.
Really? So what's left? What spot is left? What number spot is left?
We got. Sorry, I'm having to move everything down now. So that's actually 10. That's 9. Okay, so we have a spot 8 left. And that's it. Just spot 8.
So what? It's got to be
So-
It's between Mission Impossible 3 and 1, right? It has to be. And now this is like literally, this is what the viewers want. For the neutral, I'm either gonna lose or like I'm still
Mhm.
alive. But, I'm gonna go Mission Impossible. See, 3 kind of like, even though 3's a banger, by the way, 3's a great film. I won't hear it otherwise. It was
great.
kind of like
It's unreal.
great
Philip
receipt,
Seymour Hoffman.
right? I feel like, but it also has the fact that it was the 3rd film that the hype would. I'm gonna go Mission Impossible 1.
I would go with
That is the one.
Yeah, I
So
would've
you
gone-
technically both stayed alive. Alex
He
had
had
2
more- I had
strikes and
more,
you had 1.
I had more like L's or X's. So
But
like
you had
he
more
went-
aura, so where does that leave us?
That War of the Worlds pick or whatever.
That was good.
That kind of gave me a little plus like 500 aura boost.
That was really good. I would have definitely picked Mission Impossible 1 because there was a big break between Mission Impossible 3 and 4, and if Mission Impossible 3 made heaps of money, they would have immediately gone to Mission Impossible 4. That's why.
But 3 is
All
so
right.
great. I think I have 3 as like my third.
It's great. I
Awesome.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Hoffman. I
You got a
mean,
girlfriend or someone you care
got a
about. I'm just gonna
wife.
hurt her. So good.
I'm about to say something that is going to shock you.
You don't like Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Absolutely not. I'm not
That's a crazy.
crazy.
accusation.
I've never seen a Mission Impossible movie. Not a single one.
How do I end the Zoom call?
I
No
know,
way!
right?
What?
I know. It's kind of crazy from her.
That's egregious.
Crazy. I know. It seems like it'd be right up my alley, but nope, not a single one.
She did say she does not like the what is the dumbness of action films sometimes. So.
I can like it if it's like a comedy action. Yes, absolutely.
Give me your favorite action film or like one of your favorites.
Does
So
The Nice Guys count?
Oh, it's a comedy action comedy. Yeah.
It's
Buddy
more about,
comedy?
like, do you like a John Wick kind of vibe?
I love John Wick. I love
Okay,
John
yeah,
Wick.
cool.
I like just like a badass person coming in, taking it real seriously, just kicking ass, you know?
Oh yeah, reminds me a lot of myself. You know?
Okay, on that note, we're going to go into our final game, and you
Nice.
guys are working together.
Yes.
So-
Here we go.
You're a team. This is just what we've done before, Harry. We're basically, Alex, you just guess the movie through questions. So you guys take turns asking questions. You're guessing it together. So if you think you know it, you can guess, but you get 20 questions to ask me yes or no questions to figure out what movie I'm thinking of.
Alex, can I do a Josh Giddey and just try and get one from half court real quick? I know Ash.
I'm out on that. Doing a Josh Giddey could be one of two things.
From the last 24 hours, one of the greatest things of all time. I know Ash. All right, I know Ash, and she loves her comedies. She loves her like 2000s comedies, right?
If you get this, this will be.
So immediately people will be like super bad. I don't think Ash is going super bad because that's too the one, you know. So I'm more thinking towards Ash is going to try and call us out. And she's going more towards Knocked Up, but then the sequel to Knocked Up, which is This Is 40, is kind of like see her look there made me think it might not be. But her look there might be like, I'm trying to get you away from me and trying to cringe because he just nailed it.
I have a horrible poker face.
This Is 40.
No.
Damn it, could you imagine? Oh my god.
No, I actually believed it for like 2 seconds. I was like, oh my god, he's going to get it.
Oh my
You
god.
think you know me. You don't know
I
shit.
don't know shit. All right. Should we try and whittle down the genre or the decade?
Yeah, facts. I feel like we have 19 questions.
Yeah. Sorry.
What do you want to do? Like, you want to do like, oh, is this before 2000?
I reckon this is let's do 2000. Is this a 2000s movie? I reckon that's good.
No.
All right. So it's before the year 2000. I'm hoping now. Oh no.
Wait.
Bit-
No, 2000s mean it didn't come out between 2000 and 2009.
Okay, great. So now that we know that it's between 2010 and 2025. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but you
No,
just
no,
said
no.
something that was
We
incorrect.
kind
so
of
you
gamed the
forced
system
me.
there. That was a great way of making an ambiguous question.
That's right.
And like, yeah, great stuff. Okay.
Honestly, it's fine because my dinner's on the way, so this helps speed things along.
Amen. Okay, let's probably get to the genres. You reckon? Like, is it
Yeah, for sure.
is it a horror, Ash?
That's one of the genres, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Maybe a
So
little,
You know how Letterboxd is.
maybe
They
a
always
little
have a
horror
couple.
comedy. Maybe a little horror comedy vibe. Maybe
horror
like
comedy, yeah.
I like kind of want to just take a crazy half court and just like
Go ahead.
why not Ready or Not? Like why wouldn't she be thinking that right
That's
now? It
good.
could be, right? Could
It's
be.
not, but it's
But-
a banger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do love me a good horror comedy.
She does.
That is
Yeah. That's why I thought I was like, okay, that could be the vibe.
it's a good guess.
Ready or Not, it could be good. So, did you say is it a horror comedy, Ash?
No, sorry, no.
Okay, so it's not horror
Okay.
comedy.
So it's two. It might be. So like, let's really think about this, right? So there's no way like it's like a horror thriller, right? Because that's such a boring and basic.
That's boring.
It must be something else because she's one.
Maybe it's like sci-fi horror. Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, that's what I've. Oh, Ash, that wasn't our question, but thank you for
Oh,
giving the
sorry.
answer. Thank you for giving the answer. Ash, would you rate this 4 or above on Letterboxd? Because I know Ash's taste.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So now we're getting to some.
And you've both seen it, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, okay.
Have I given this 4.5 or above?
What did you give it?
Wait, do both of our like? Did you say both? Like what? Like what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I reckon that.
Are we both?
You both give this 4 or more. That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
All
So you
right.
both like it.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Huh.
Is this
We need the other genre, though. I feel like once we get the other genre, you think it's horror action? You think
maybe,
it could be?
maybe, yeah.
But
Maybe
like,
it's like a
there's that
slasher.
kind of is like not like a. It's kind of a niche vibe, no?
Yeah, but it's like maybe like a slasher.
But because if it's horror thriller, I'm cooked. Like, there's just so many, and that's like not even like a thriller and horror are very similar. So like,
Yeah.
it has. Um. Hmm.
Um, is it? Has
Is
it?
it? Wait, hold on. Is it an A24 film?
Oh, good pick.
No. That's a good question.
That's a great question. Has it been nominated for an Oscar?
Yes.
Has it won Best Picture?
Ooh, that I will have to confirm. I do not believe so.
Okay,
Teddy affirms it's a really good film.
It's a
If we
really
don't
good
know.
film.
What horror films have won Best Picture?
Well,
in
I was
recent-
thinking she was
Did
going.
not.
I was thinking
Just
she was-
kidding. It did. It did.
Okay, can I please lock in my answer?
Oh, it's Parasite, isn't it? Right?
Oh, I was going to say Shape of Water. I
you
think
said
it's.
You're both wrong.
Oh,
Wait, what? It won Best Picture.
let's.
I'm so lost now. What?
One Best Picture.
Oh, wait, is it? Wait, before this is just me and him talking.
Yeah.
Could it be Silence of the Lambs? Is that why? I know she
No,
said
but
like it was.
Yeah, no, because we are.
But we didn't know if she confirmed it was after 2000. Like, it could have been Silence of the Lambs because like that won Best Picture.
What?
And that's a whole.
Let's. What one Best Picture ever?
What if it's,
Oh no, it's not Get Out. I was about to fucking.
that's what I thought because Parasite can be taken as a thriller horror. So I
Yeah,
just thought,
I thought I
why?
nailed it with Shape of
Are
Water.
we sure that she like with what she said that it's came out at like in the 2010s to now? Because there's no horror film between then. Let's go through all of them, right?
Yeah.
We got like Argo in that bitch. We got Birdman. We got like Everything Everywhere All at Once. We got Oppenheimer. We got Green Book, Coda. We got
Everything Everywhere. Yep.
like there's no horror film in between there. We got Moonlight.
Nomadland.
So, yeah, it can't be from 2010s in that because there's no horror film. That one Best Picture.
Keep in mind that Letterboxd puts 3 genres on there. I said it was one of the 3.
Wait, is this?
Yeah, we have to get the other genre first. I feel like.
Oh, wait. I was gonna say is it a Coen Brothers film because I was thinking maybe No Country, but so this
That's
one
too
Best
bad.
Picture, right? This one Best Picture, Ash.
That's what it says.
Cool. So and we said that it's not 2000s. Was this released before the year 2000?
No.
Okay. All right.
Now, wait, hold on. Let's go through the Best Picture
Well,
winners.
is it
'cause, like,
everything?
Okay,
Every-
hold on.
Is it
Let
everything
me
everywhere?
check
Because
my facts
there,
here.
is there horror elements and everything?
It received a nomination.
We're cooked.
I'm
That's
sorry.
the
Scooter
we've
is
been
upset
tampered.
now.
We've been buffooned.
It was a nomination. It
Oh,
was
so that's
it
lucky
did not
Get Out.
win. I'm
probably
so
Get Out
sorry.
then.
Well,
Is it Get Out?
right? Did Get Out get nominated?
Yeah. Oh,
Not Get Out.
okay.
Did Us get nominated? Did Nope get nominated? We had
This
that.
is a sidebar, but the whole Google AI thing is
The
dog shit
worst
when
thing
it
ever.
comes to such wrong information.
I hate. Listen, Ultron. If you do come to like exist at some point, don't kill me. But like AI, this shit is so lazy and dumb. I have to
So
like
bad.
remove it.
It literally said it won best picture as one of the things. No, it was a nominated. So my apologies.
That's okay. Was this after the year 2020?
No.
Okay, so it's between 2010 and 2019.
Okay, so I'm feeling this is kind of catching a vibe.
And, sorry,
Harry,
was this nominated? It was nominated for Best Picture, right?
Nominated.
Okay.
Harry, did the Babadook get nominated for Best
No,
Picture?
I don't think so. That's been
That was a
good
great
guess.
film.
It's
The Australian too, great film.
yeah, man.
Did Black Swan didn't Black Swan
But
get nominated?
I think that was in the 2000s, right? Like,
That's exactly 2010 though. I think.
oh, maybe then.
Which like now this is a freaky thing because what if Google AI screwed us here, and I don't know if they're going to count that as.
Oh, maybe shit.
Maybe didn't it get nominated? Right?
I
No,
don't-
that's bullshit.
I don't think.
I
so.
I am
like-
confirming. I looked it up elsewhere. That it nominated did not win.
Did not win
That is
nominated.
Black Swan
confirmed
is a very
100%.
interesting premise that we could maybe indulge in a guess. I don't know about you. How many guesses do we have left?
I think you guys are at like.
I thought we
I
had.
think you have like
Get Out.
12 out there.
Okay,
See,
so
like
we're,
8
we're
left.
fine. We're fine at the moment.
We'll keep Black Swan.
I'm thinking maybe Arrival as well. We could put that on the maybe list because it's aliens, even though it's not horror.
Okay.
Room. We could put that on
Was
the
that
list. No, it's like a kidnapping. And it's all about stuff like that, but it's not a horror.
I'm like 1000% certain now that
That is Black Swan.
like the vibe is Black Swan. Like,
Does it include Natalie Portman, Ash?
Yes.
Yeah, send it. Send it.
it's film Black Swan.
That is correct.
Well
Nice
done.
work.
Honestly, thinking of Black Swan, my instinct would be like, yeah, that won Best Picture. I would.
That's what, but like that year was 2010. What won Best Picture?
I think it was The King's Speech is what I saw.
Oh,
yes.
What?
Inception was nominated. Wasn't Toy Story 3 like nominated? That's it. It's crazy year. Social
job, guys.
Network could have won that year.
Oh my
That's a crazy
God!
year.
And King's Speech won.
I haven't seen King's Speech, so I can't comment. Maybe it's a good
Again, I don't trust anything Google tells me now, so I'll look it up later.
No worries. no, that was good fun, Ash. Nice. Well,
it was good.
next time,
The AI
please.
overview feature is horrible. Like, how do you remove it? Does anyone know? Can someone in the comments tell me how to remove it so I don't have to see it
I don't
anymore?
think you can.
Like, how is the Google search engine getting lazy? It's not possible. How is that possible?
Exactly.
Like, just click on the link. Like, I can just click on the source. What are we doing? I'm losing my mind.
That's so good. Oh man, absolutely. Well, that is our episode for Collateral. Alex, once again, thank you so much for coming back. My neighbors are like out in the hallway, so if you hear them on the mic, my bad. Always good to have you on. You're a breath of fresh air, as always. You're king of aura. Everyone knows this. Next week, please do watch Minority Report. Alex, we've got all your links in the below, but we're pretty sure that if they follow us, they already follow you. But if there's a needle in the haystack, if there's one,
follow me.
Yeah,
Follow me. Follow where I am, please.
absolutely. But yeah, until next time, I'm Harry. That's Ash. That's Alex. We love death movies. We'll see you at the movies.